Question 12. A, B and C are three dry cleaning companies. Each year, A loses 40% of its customers to B. So that's 40% going to B and 20% to C. If we consider B, it loses 30% to A and 50% to C. C loses 60% to A and 10% to B. We're asked to complete this transition matrix. We can see so far that we have A losing 40% to B and 20% to C, meaning that it retains 40%. So for B, we know that it's going to lose 30% to A, 50% to C, meaning it must retain 20%. C loses 60% to A, 10% to B, meaning that it must retain 30%. I'm going to call this matrix M. In part B, we're told that at the end of 2011, Company A has 80% of the market share, B and C have 10% each. We want the market share in 2012, so that's after 1 year. To do that, we'll calculate M times 80, 10, 10, this being a column vector representing the initial state. We need to program in our transition matrix, so we want the keyboard. 2D and calc gives us the matrices. Our matrix is 3 by 3. I'm going to start with a 2 by 2, then add a row and add a column. Type in our numbers. So we have 0.4, then here we have 0.3 and 0.6. Then for this row we have 0.4, 0.2 and 0.1. And finally in the bottom 0.2, 0.5 and 0.3, and I'm going to save that as M. So go to ABC and capital M and execute, and now this matrix is stored as M. Now for the initial state matrix, which is a column matrix with 3 rows. That's 80, 10 and 10, and I'm going to store that matrix as A. Now in part B, our calculation is M times A. This gives us 41, 35, 24, so 41% for A, 35% for B, 24% for C. In part C, we're asked if the conditions remain unchanged, what will be the long-term percentage market share?
all we need to do is take a suitably high power of the matrix M. Probably anything 20 or upwards will be okay. Multiply that by the initial state.
So we're going to do M to the power 40 times A and execute. So we get 43.6%, 25.6% and 30.8%.
So that gives us 43.6% for A, 25.6% for B, and 30.8% for C.